Hello there, this is Todd, and welcome to Honeysuckle Farms. Well, this weekend is going to be a very, very interesting weekend. We got up here late Thursday night, just in enough time to feed the cows and the pigs. It was probably about 7 when we got up here. But we got up yesterday and went to a different feed store. My feed cost has been going through the roof, and I'm trying to find a less expensive store or way to feed my animals. With the way the prices are going up, we're trying to look into maybe doing some bulk feed. But anyway, so we went to a different feed store yesterday and found some good things and some not so good things, and came back and went and got hay and did some stuff around the house and the carriage house and the garden, and then went out to the field to put the hay out. So that was around 3-4 o'clock. We put hay out in both pastures for the teenagers and the mama cows, and checked on the 2 calves. They were doing great. Came back, and it was about 94 degrees yesterday, so came back and decided to wait till it got later to feed the cows, and basically kind of relaxed and did some paperwork. And I got a call from my neighbor, and she said, "You got a calf down." Now, remember, we were just out there 2 hours before, and so we went to the pasture, and she had a beautiful white calf. This is what a 1-hour-old calf looks like. We've been concerned about her. Her name is Celeste. She's a cow that we bought when we originally purchased our Dexters, and I kind of bought her because I felt sorry for her. I like black cows. She was in poor condition. She had a young bull calf with her that we have in the pasture, Huxley, and so I just felt for her, and I wanted to bring her home to our place. And so we brought her back, and she was in such poor shape she didn't breed last year. She didn't calve last year. So this was her first year calving with us, so we were really excited. She had a healthy, beautiful, large white bull calf, white Dexter bull calf. And so we went down and checked on her. Everything seemed to be doing well, but I had noticed the couple of days prior that Celeste was following around Heidi and following her calf around. Now, when hormones kick in, there's no telling what can happen and what she's thinking. And I noticed that she was kind of standoffish with this calf. Now, she wasn't pushing him away, but she wasn't right next to him, which you would expect when a mother just gives birth. So I kept an eye on her and watched her. And she just basically left the calf alone and was following Heidi and her calf around. So thank goodness we built our small corral, and we had to get Heidi and the calf and Celeste into the corral, and then get Heidi and the calf out, Jasper out. And then we brought the white calf, which we're now going to call Jeremiah, into the corral with her. Now, she came up to the calf. She seemed concerned. She seemed, I don't know, maybe confused, because she's always had a black calf, and here she has this white calf. But with the actions that she was giving before she gave birth, she's just was looking for a calf, it seemed to me. So she's confused. And so basically the way we left it last night, it was getting dark. We put them into the corral. We had to, get the mother in there. So she was kind of worked up. So I just said, let's just leave him alone and see what happens. And the calf was up next to her, but we never saw him nurse. And the couple of times it looked like he tried to nurse, it looked like she turned away from him, turned around back to him like she didn't want him to nurse. She was confused. So we have a bag of colostrum that I keep on hand just in case. And this morning I went out and checked on the calf, and he seemed a little lethargic. It may have been because he was sleeping. But we went ahead and mixed up a bottle of the colostrum. I tried to give that to him. He wasn't very receptive. He ended up getting up and walking around with the mother, and she kind of took close to him, and she didn't really like what I was doing. So I was taking that as a good sign. But I noticed her teats there was not any of her teats didn't look like they had been used. Usually they get a little shiny or they're cleaner. Now, again, I mentioned she did not calf last year, so her teats are kind of worn, and I'm really concerned. I think she may be somewhat rejecting the calf. We're prepared in case we have to bottle feed. We hope that's not the case, and we're just going to see what happens. I was contacted Friday by my friend Randy, who I get my hay from. He has a neighbor that's come upon hard times, and he's having to get rid of his cows, and he didn't want to take them to the auction. And he called up and asked Randy if he knew anybody that would be interested. And to make a long story short, we went over and looked at the cows. You know, I thought about it, and I wanted to help the man out. I love cows, and with our current pasture situation, it's really not the best idea to get in another large cow. So we thought about it, and we decided, we're going to go ahead and get the young bull calf. Now, he's not steered, mind you, and he's about 6 months old, and we're going to get the Angus heifer. She looks to be in the best shape, and in what we're doing on this farm is producing meat. So we really like the Dexter beef, and that's what we want to stick with. But if you're going to do a cross around this area, a Dexter Angus cross would be nice. We could use her as a meat cow, basically. We may just pay today and come get the cows tomorrow. I'm not sure. We're going to see how today goes. So normally I do a lot of things on the farm Saturday. Today we're going to be spending watching the calf, and making preparations for the new cows to come. Now we're going to put them in the bottom pasture with what I call the teenagers. There's a little more grass down there, so they've got plenty of hay, they've got grass, and we'll give them some grain. We'll fatten these guys up. I've got to make plans to get this bull castrated, something I swore I was never going to do. That's the way it sits right now. So we've got a busy day today, a whole lot of nothing, but a whole lot of important stuff going on. So we've got the bottle of colostrum still. The calf didn't take very much. We're going to go back down and see how the mother is interacting with the calf and check on her and see maybe if we could see where he suckled. If not, we're going to try to give him some more colostrum, and try to get him stimulated into eating. He didn't seem like either he was too weak to eat and wasn't familiar with the bottle, or he was already full and didn't need to eat. That's what we're going to try to figure out today. My main concern is for the calf, and of course the mother. I think the mother's doing fine. We've got her in the corral by herself with the calf, hoping that they'll bond. I see some bonding going on, but I still think she's confused and unsure about the whole situation. So we're going to try to help her along, and then we're going to make some preparations for the new arrivals in the bottom pasture. So anyway, that's where we stand. So tomorrow we were going to work on the carriage house. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Jerry's got some plans, and but we may attack that ourselves. We'll just see how today goes with getting this calf up and started, and then getting prepared for the new arrival. So Hope you're having a great weekend. We're gonna have a busy one, and hopefully everything works out all right. So we're gonna get at it. Okay, we just got down from in the bottom pasture, looking at everything, see how we're gonna plan this fencing out. And on the way up, I went ahead and decided to tag Jeremiah. So we got him tagged. His mama has taken to him well. She was a little apprehensive at first. I don't think she understood the white calf detail. I guess it's singing lessons time. So anyway, he's tag number 46. I swore I was gonna cut all my bulls this year except for one, which is Jock. But he is so stinking cute, I just don't know whether to steer him or not. We're gonna let her out today, just probably an hour or so before feed time. Probably gonna let the cows in here to eat some of this grass down. Anyway, we've got plans. We're gonna plant all these fields, get a really good source of food for our animals so we don't have to supplement so much. I still enjoy feeding them and coming down and interacting with them. That's the one thing about supplementing. You know, you get to interact with your cows, and that's important. I love these guys, and getting to know their personalities and likes and dislikes. And you know, Celeste, she's a good mom. It's good that we had this small corral to put her in by herself, and she's become very protective of the baby. So Jeremiah's got a good mama now. We're gonna put her back in with the herd up here a little bit, like I said, a little bit later, and then feed them and pack up and head home and hope everybody does well. But I think we're on a good path right now, and everything seems to be looking fine. So our next up is probably going to be Penny. I think she's due anytime soon. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll get a nice little heifer out of her, and maybe a bull, another little bull calf out of Echo, so we can keep Jeremiah as a little bull. So I definitely want to get at least 3 steers a year. That's our goal, is to produce meat along with building our herd, but we can build our herd a little slower than we need the meat. So that was the reason why I purchased that Dexter cross, so we can at least get at 3 steers every year after this year. So anyway, no going to the grocery store for us, no bare shelves. We're gonna have full freezers and good garden, so we'll go from there. Well, there goes Celeste off with Jeremiah. They bonded so well. We had our concerns earlier. But it turns out she's a great mother. Everybody's happy, which means I'm happy. Well, hope y'all had a great weekend. Hope you have a fantastic week. And please hit like and subscribe. Our small channel needs all the help we can get. And just remember, don't ever give up on your dreams. This is my dream. We're living it, and you can too. This is Todd with Honeysuckle Farms. Hope to see you on the next video.